way better. Hey y'all. Hey guys, this is Marilyn with Just Imagine, a platform created to touch and inspire. And our goal is to transform every generation one life at a time. So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. For those of you, if this is your first time, I want to take the time and really welcome you here prayerfully. You will find great content in this video or in other videos in the platform. So I have been struggling with the timing of this video for whatever reason. I've had storage issues and other videos that I've done have not worked out, but we're gonna give it a shot and I'm gonna keep it brief. Enough talking, let's get to it. So this year, this is actually my fifth video for the entire year 2023. And part of the reason of my absence is I have been incredibly busy at home. There have been a lot of things that I had to take the time and settle. For me, as I'm reflecting, not just for the year 2023, as I'm reflecting over my life, I do realize that when things are not settled at home, I cannot function and be anything anywhere else, really. So I've said it before, my priorities were God, family, and everything else. And I realize now it's not just a saying, it's a way of life for me. Because if there are the first two things are not in order, I cannot function and I cannot be my best. I don't have anything really to give to anyone else. I mean, not that I don't have it to give, but I won't be giving it to the best of my ability. And that's really important. That's one of the important things that I come to grips with. As someone who lives a lifestyle of giving, I've gotten to the point where I can choose how I give. It is okay for me to say no. It is okay for me not to be liked by everyone, not to be nice to everyone. I'm not saying it's a license for me to be rude. I'm not about that life. But I have come to terms with the fact that, well, I don't actually like everyone. Yes, as a Christ follower, it is my goal to be a peacemaker and to show the love of Christ to everyone that I get to meet. But am I gonna like everybody? Absolutely not. Is everybody gonna like me? Absolutely not. So bring us back to the year 2023 as we are closing in and ushering into a new year. Yes, it's important to reflect and glean the things that we what have we what have we gotten from 2023. What are the things that we can take and have a better 2024? And guys, it's not just a matter of reflecting, because the real question is, after we've done all that reflecting, do we actually have the courage to take action? You know, the other day I was having a conversation with a friend of mine and the word courage keeps popping up, and it really does take courage to act on some of the things that we know we should do, and we know we need different results. We know we could do better. We know a lot of things. What a lot of times knowing doesn't just make the difference. You have to take actions, and to take actions it takes courage. Courage to confront, even to get to the point of the assessment. Sometimes, a lot of times, why a lot of us don't even deal with the things that we need to deal with, it's because we don't even have the courage to confront them. We don't even have the courage to do the self-assessment because we don't really like what we're gonna see, and we would just rather avoid it. And that's a fairly common thing. You know, a couple of years ago, I moved from a state where I was living for 14 years into the state where I currently reside now. Besides the major transition, there were many other smaller transition in the mix. So it felt as if I was in a constant state of transition. But part of the issue with me adjusting was the fact that I kept comparing the older version of me that left that prior state to the new environment. Now, yes, I have accomplished a lot of things from that particular place, from that particular mindset, and who I was. I felt like, yeah, I was at a good place in life. But let me tell you, I was not comparing apples to apples when I came over here, because I kept comparing every situation over there to the situation over here. Well, that's not how it works. In order for me to fully be here, I had to fully close the door on who I was over there. Yes, there were many things that have gotten me to that particular spot that I needed to take, but I really needed to cleanse my lenses and readjust and really know, okay, this is a new environment. What are some of the things that I need to learn? What are some of the things that I need to throw away? And how open am I actually to learning? How coachable am I? And also, those of you that have known me for a long time, like when I want certain things, sometimes I just want them yesterday. I had to learn to move at a slower, consistent pace. It's not enough to just do all of the things all at once and, like, yeah, I feel accomplished. But sometimes it's slow and steady, and just to make those slow and steady moves that sometimes you don't even realize that a big change is happening, but those are the things that will set you up for the major changes, and then they will become habits. And it's not just gonna be a one and done, but if it does become a habit, you're more likely to continue doing the same things that have given you success in certain areas. Take the time and grieve. I had to take the time and grieve, because yes, it was a move of faith, a step of faith to be here. And yes, I still feel confident that I need to be here. But let's be honest, I had to stop and grieve a lot. Not just the things that I left back in my previous state, but from the many, many transitions that I've experienced to date. I had to mourn those closed doors and be at peace with it. Not because they were wrong, and not make people wrong. That's also another thing. Because things don't work out doesn't mean that you have to make situations or people wrong. Sometimes you're just moving into a new season, and you have to be um, okay with that, not to be comfortable, because it transition can be quite uncomfortable, let's be honest. But you have to be okay with those changes. Now, my question to you is this: after you have done all the reflection, do you have the courage to actually take action? My prayer for you is that as we usher into the new year 2024, you you really come to terms with who you are as an individual. You really give yourself grace. You really appreciate yourself, and you really love yourself for who you are. And it's a journey that I've been on, to get to know Marilyn as the individual, not just the mom, not just the nurse, not just the student, not just the many other things that I do, the friend, the caregiver, or the giver. It's Marilyn, the person. Merry Christmas, y'all, and Happy New Year 2024. So now, wherever you are in life, you're gonna be okay. One step at a time. We in this together. We're gonna make it. Take care.